Keeping it real. Oh, happy Sunday, happy Sunday, happy Sunday. What am I talking about today? The generational curse breaker. What is a generational curse breaker? You're looking at her. You are looking at her. This is a person who has seen what was done in the past and refuses to do those things in the future, in the now, right? I see things and it's just like, why, And the main thing that I want you to know is you can do things differently. Just because that's the way your parents did it, your grandparents did it, your aunts, your uncles, and all that. Just because they did it that way don't mean you have to do it that way, because some of those things don't work, didn't work, ain't working. And I know that this is a conversation that people don't like to talk about because, some people choose to feel offended by things. And I choose not to, talk about things that I'm not, let me just rephrase this. I'm going to say that I'm not concerned about people's comfort, because people want to be comfortable. They don't want you to say anything or do anything that, they don't like or they wouldn't say or do. And I'm not here to make you comfortable. I'm not. There's no growth in comfort. Just always know that. Always remember that. There's no growth in comfort. And so I say that to say this. I have seen things happen in the past that are still, happening now. And they're not working. They have not been working, And I choose to do things differently. I choose to have carefrontation, not confrontation. And I choose to discuss things that bother me. A lot of times I've seen in the past that people hold on to things and grudges and they take them to their grave. They have things that have happened to them 20, 40, 50 years ago, and they're still holding on to those things. That will make you sick. You can't change. I can't change what happened in the past. You can't change what happened in the past. And we have to understand that. We have to. Because you thinking, something happened and you thinking is this thing, but it's something that happened 30 years ago. Like, how does this person know that? A lot of people are still upset and angry about things that people don't even know what they're upset and mad about. The other person don't even know. Or they probably don't even care. And we have to get to this point where we are constantly forgiving people. We have to, because that's what a generational curse breaker is. That's my definition. I can't change what happened back there. I kept playing the same story in my head over and over again. And guess what? I was the only person that was doing that. Nobody else was doing it. I was just bringing these bags. And that's all it is, carrying bags your whole life. Your back ain't tired. You ain't tired. You ain't sick. Like, it's when you know better, you do better. And at that time, you did the best you had with the information that you had. But in the future, right now, different. There are more resources out here now. Things have changed. You can't change the past. We can't change the past. Enough is enough. We can't change the past. Only thing we can do is change the future. We can look ahead. You can't get nowhere looking backwards. You can't. And I see people stuck. They're stuck. These people, I call them stuck because they talking about old stuff. They just holding on to it, and then they get in these environments. They want other people to talk to co-sign with them, and they're just on the phones talking about the old stuff or what somebody doing, when they need to be just apologizing. Whether or not the person is sorry or not, or whether they're right or wrong. What's more important, peace or being right? I tell people all the time, they be wrong. I say, okay, you're right. Just to keep it moving, just to keep it pushing, because you'll be standing still all your life. You'll be standing still all your life, and you can't change what has happened. We can't. But new information requires what? A new decision. You can make a new decision with new information. There's some people that are so stuck in the past. There's some people that are so stuck in what has happened to them, for them. You overcame that. You right here, right now. That happened. Let's take the lessons out of that loss. Let's take the lessons out of it and keep it moving. I see so many people standing still. They're just standing still. I call it standing still. I can't do nothing about what happened to me back in the past. But I can for sure know that my future is not going to be like my past. Because I'm in control. I'm in control of me. You can't control people. There are people upset, going to bed angry. And the people they mad with, the people they holding that grudge on, sleeping real good. So you just have to be mindful of that. I know things have happened in the past, but I'm telling you, this generational curse breaker is not doing the things the way y'all did it. I refuse to. I refuse to hold a grudge against anybody. For what? For why? We in a pandemic. We is in a pandemic. There are people dying left and right. And we're arguing. I see people arguing over little silly stupid things. They're stupid to me. Because if you can solve it, it's not a problem. A problem is something you can't solve. If you can solve it, it's not a problem. It's just not. It's not even that big. It's not even that heavy. And you carrying it, making yourself sick. The generational curse breaker, not doing it. I'm doing things differently because I want different. I'm not holding no grudge against nobody. I ain't mad with nobody. I ain't talking about nobody. I'm trying to do the best I can do. I can't worry about your business and my business. I can't. I refuse to. We have got to do better. We've got to do better. We do. You know better, do better. You know, I was at a point where certain things I wouldn't say, I wouldn't do because I don't want to make anybody uncomfortable. I don't want to make anybody feel bad. I don't want. Not anymore. People gonna feel how they gonna feel, and it ain't got nothing to do with you. And that's what I realized. People gonna feel how they gonna feel. They're gonna do what they're gonna do. They're gonna say what they're gonna say, and it has nothing to do with you. We have to get that in here, and in here. It's not about you. It's not. It is not. I don't want to spend the rest of my life on this earth doing this right here with people. I'm just not. I refuse to. Or doing this right here. I refuse to do these things. I refuse to. So, and when people try to approach me with that, when people try to, to tell me about somebody, I don't care about that. They ain't paying my bills. They're not paying your bills either. We are so consumed with what other people are doing. Like, we need to get a life of our own. We need to focus on ourselves because the only person you can control is you. You can't control what somebody else says or does. Only person you can't control is you and your reaction. And some things that people say and do not require a reaction, a response, nothing. I don't give them nothing. I'd be like, okay. Okay. I had to get to this point, and I'm saying that it didn't happen like that. Self-development, personal self-development. There's so many things that I'm doing, that I have done to work on myself and get myself where I'm at. And I'm not gonna let nobody drag me back where they stuck at. I'm not gonna let nobody drag me back where they stuck at. There are people that don't have a life, that have nothing going on for themselves, and they want to drag you and keep you stuck with them. I refuse to live bound. Okay? Live free or die bound. That's what I posted the other day. Live, because I heard it and it made so much sense. Live free or die bound. For what? There's so much more going on out here. There is. There's so much more the world has to offer. And you will move lightly and freely when you let those bags go. We can't control people. People are people. We can't control them. But we can control ourselves. So just keep that in mind. The only person you can control is yourself. Things happen in my past I can't change. I can't do nothing about it. I can move forward. People are stuck holding on to things that have happened to them. I'm sorry that it happened to you. I really am. But if you hold on to that, you're not going to get anywhere in life. You're not. You're going to walk around miserable, ready to respond to anything that reminds you of that anger, that emotion, that whatever happened to you. I see people do it all the time. You say one thing and they no. They got so much to say. You stuck. Something happened to you, right? Something happened to you in that area, something similar, and it triggers the memory, right? And it triggers those emotions and those feelings. I know, because that was me. I used to be like that. Those things happen. I understand it. When you have new information, requires a new decision. I decide every day to keep moving forward. I decide every day not to let my past define me. I decide every day to forgive. I decide. because I can do that. I don't put those cards, I don't put that in somebody else's pocket, in somebody else's hand, in somebody else's control. You're in control of you at all times. Never forget that. Nobody can make you do anything. Nobody can make you do anything. Oh, they made me do, they're making me mad. No, you choose to be mad. You're just a choice. Everything is a choice. Everything in your life is a choice. And it's all up to you. What you gonna do? You have to get to a point where what? Enough is enough. And when you get to that point, when you start working on you, I don't care what nobody do. It has nothing to do with me. I choose to go forward in peace. I choose to live in peace. I choose to have happiness, period. I choose that. At the end of the day, I'm always choosing. I'm always in control. What people say and do ain't got nothing to do with me, period. And that's just how I feel about it. And I just really wanted to come on here and share that because I see so much of it going on. Everybody got something to say about stuff. Was you there? Did you witness it? Did you see it? We got so many opinions about something that we have absolutely nothing to do with. So just focus on you and worry about your business, okay? Because you can't control nobody else's stuff. You can't. All I can do is focus on me. That's it. So I just wanted to share that because it was on my heart. It's been on my heart, and I really like to sit in it and let the emotions do what they do, and then I share. So that's all I got. Until next time, keeping it real. Always gonna keep it real. Happy Sunday, and remember, I'm not here to make you comfortable. I want to see you win. I want to see you grow. So with that being said, I love you. Be safe. Until next time, keeping it real. Always gonna keep it real. Happy Sunday.